We got us a corpse and cartridge occasion.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So we just got basically catastrophic news. This is worst case scenario for people who love Tekken. And me and Dell, the developer, spoke about this in a recent video, and it's kind of happening. What we expected is happening. What we predicted is happening. We know that Harada has this new studio, and there was a couple of developers who joined him already. But now we have one of the big dogs, the person who is in control of Tekken 8, Kohei Ikeda, aka Nakatsu, announced that they are leaving the studio. We predict that they will go to join Harada. Now, I will read the statement in just a second, but for those of you who don't know what he looks like, this is the person. You know how it was always Harada, Michael Murray, and then the third guy. The third guy is Kohei Nakatsu. For those of you who don't know, this person was kind of shaped to be Harada's like replacement. Harada has been kind of mentoring this person, working with this person for like 20 years. And it was seeming like whenever Harada was truly done game designing, he would pass it over to him and then he would continue it, right? And it seems like that was what's going to happen with Tekken 8 until now. We're all so surprised by this, but the person who was leading Tekken again leaves. And this puts it in a very weird situation because we don't know who's in charge now. And honestly, it's crazy because who can lead? I know people try to say Nakatsu's not doing a good job, but in my opinion, Nakatsu has proved himself. He was a big reason why Tag 2 is what it is, Tekken 7 is what it is, Tekken 8 is what it is. Sometimes games turned out good, sometimes they turn out bad. Depending on which games you like of the three, you got to give him credit. This is why he rose up the ranks like he did, and he's so close with Harada like he is. And I guess that closeness means if Harada leaves, he leaves. So here is his statement. After this, we'll talk about who's basically in control now that, you know, he's gone. So it says, announcement. After 20 incredible years, I have left Bandai Namco Studios. Thank you all for your support. Now, he posts this in both English and Japanese. We will read English. I have officially left Bandai Namco Entertainment after many years with the company. Ever since I first discovered fighting games as a student, I spent countless days in an arcade, completely immersed in competition and battling against others. For someone like me, becoming a part of the company I have always admired, Namco, was truly a dream come true. Looking back now, I realize that the opportunity led me there was made possible by the many friendships and connections I have built through fighting games that the people I met along the way. That's a pretty touching first sentence there because you can see he's echoing some of the things that Harada said about friendships and connections. And I mean, I'm expecting him to go and join Harada. We'll talk about some of the developers who already went over there and did that, right? As I reflect on the past 20 years at the company, I remember stepping into the game development through Soul Calibur 4. Later, I was given the opportunity to work on the Tekken series. As a franchise that had tremendous impact on my life and one that I always hope to someday give back to, being surrounded by passionate and incredibly talented mentors and colleagues and dedicating ourselves wholeheartedly to the game development together remains one of the most cherished experiences of my life. In particular, being entrusted with the role game director for Tekken 7 and Tekken 8. So for those of you who don't know, he was basically like an underdog in Tekken 7, but Harada got promoted by Bandai Namco and he started to take on other responsibilities, Soul Calibur, no, Elden Ring, Pac-Man games, etc. And when Harada got promoted, that's when Nakatsu became game director. And this is when we saw the subtle shift from season 2 to season 3 and how the game was kind of created. That was Nakatsu in charge. So he had the game director title since season 3 of Tekken 7. Gave me the opportunity to connect with fans and members of the fighting game community from all around the world. Sharing excitement, celebrating together, and spending unforgettable moments with all of you became one of the biggest treasures of my life. There are many joyful moments and many difficult ones as well. There were times where we celebrated together and times where we received passionate criticism and encouragement. Yet, every one of those moments helped push both myself and the Tekken project forward. Whether it was hearing someone say at an event, thank you for working so hard for us, or being told you need to balance the game better. Every one of those comments supported and motivated me. For that, I'm truly grateful. And to the development team members who fought alongside me for so many years, I can never truly thank you enough. There is no doubt that everything we achieved was possible because of this team. I am deeply proud I had the opportunity to create games alongside incredible people who poured their hearts into this work. While my role leading the team as game director is coming to a close, the values both I personally and the team project have always cherished, staying close to the fans and the community and building the game together with everyone, will never change. I have entrusted those values and that baton to the incredible team that will continue reshaping the future of Tekken. As I look forward to the future of Tekken and FGC, I will also continue taking on new challenges as a game developer. I hope our paths cross again someday. So, in my opinion, that confirms it. He's saying that he's done with Tekken and he's passed the baton to the team and he still is going to be a game developer. And that's he's going to join Harada. And on that note, the people who already have joined Harada, because you know he has his own studio backed by Saudi, he is guaranteed to have that studio and this privilege for multiple years. He'll at least be able to get a game or two out, because he had like that's kind of was a part of his statement when he was talking about long-term support, long-term finance. You know, Saudi is backing him, SK is backing him, so he has a very good platform. He was talking about how he wanted to work with his friends and colleagues and trusted people, and then when you see Nakatsu echoing those same words while also saying he's done with Tekken, but he wants to continue to be a game developer, he's going to Nakatsu. Now, a couple other, or to Harada. A couple other people who joined Harada is this person here on the left, and then I believe this person here on the right is just someone who works at SNK, and that would kind of be Harada's like contact at SNK. Another person who joined Harada is this person here. So far, and then also you have this person here. So far, Harada has 1, 2, 3, and then when Nakatsu joins, that will be 4. And then there was another person that I'm also forgetting. So basically, Harada's team comprises of, right now, mostly Tekken developers, ex-Tekken developers, and it's about 5 or 6 of them. So Harada is definitely getting the band back together, and it's put Tekken in a very dire situation because they are losing all of their leaders. Like when we look at the Tekken credits, the Tekken 8 credits, you can see here that Harada was the executive director of the game. He's no longer there. And then the chief producer and game director was also Nakatsu, and now he's gone. So I don't know exactly how like the title is the baton is passed, but just looking at this list, Kohei Shimbori would be next in line to, lead. I did a little bit more research, and Kohei Shimbori, that person left actually before Harada in August. Kohei left in August, Harada left in November, Nakatsu is leaving now. The only one who really can take over, who's like kind of in a position to take over, is Yakasuki. And now this person, there's not much known. This person doesn't have social media from what we can tell. But that's the only one who's in a position to lead alongside Michael Murray. He is strangely not listed anywhere on this list that I can see, but those are the only people who are there at Tekken right now who could lead. And honestly, the list of names that we see here, we don't know who's there and who's not there, because we're talking about Harada, talking about Nakatsu, but a lot of the lower level developers, these guys could go too. We will never know until Harada kind of makes that information public in some way, somehow, websites, LinkedIn, or until they put out a game and we can see that game's credits. Then we could cross-reference and see exactly how many people left Tekken to go to work with Harada. The fact that Nakatsu left is crazy, because I was thinking like there's going to be this thing where it's like a tug of war. Do you go with Harada or do you stay with Nakatsu? But the fact that Nakatsu left, and then Michael Murray, he's probably most certainly going to leave. If Michael Murray announced his departure as well, the whole entire team that makes Tekken will leave. And when that happens, Tekken dies, because a fighting game, bro, I'll give you an example. Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 was made by a group of people. Left 4 Dead Back 4 Blood was made by a totally new people, and only 7 of those of the original team worked on that game. It's a totally different product. It's not at all what the players want, and it flopped. It's dead. It's not the same game anymore. And even if Bandai Namco did something like that, where they kind of like lose all of their Tekken guys, but then they bring in other people to try to fill in the gap, it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. And what I'm also thinking about right now is if you think back to that thing that Dell found where Bandai Namco was trying to hire people for game developers. And at the time we were thinking like, oh, are they hiring people for a new game? What game are they making? What game are they making? And they might be making Tekken because Bandai Namco would have known that this was going to happen, right? And the fact that they are already like looking for people, they're looking for people, because if you look at the way that this is described as if they're working on the next Tekken. But you would think like, okay, why are they hiring for the next Tekken? They're hiring for the next Tekken because so many people have already submitted their resumes. You need people to do 3D sound effects, the NPC characters, character customization, online ranked, online lobbies. So many, this is just my belief. I think so many people in the Tekken staff have submitted their final days, and they're just looking at the clock, and they're waiting to go to Harada. Nakatsu's one. We saw a couple other guys. We're probably going to see more. There's probably going to be people who leave that we don't even know. Like, they're probably, because not all of these guys have Twitter, and some of these guys are the ones who really like make the game turn, and they're probably all going to leave. And if that happens, Tekken probably will die because it's not very easy to replace these guys. And honestly, it will be crazy. If Tekken ends this way, it's insane. Because Bandai Namco, obviously we all know this, Bandai Namco is super greedy. They're a crazy company, and they forced Harada out. And if their greed forced Harada out and then the whole team follows him, and then that's like how Tekken ends, it will be kind of poetic in a sense. They are after money so much to where they lose their ability to make it.